Youth Official, where it's for the youth, by the youth, about the youth. I'm Define.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Aris, and today we'll be discussing screen time. Screen time has now become compulsory. Whether it's for work or leisure, you're gonna need a screen no matter what.
But what are the effects of that? Grab your tea and it's about to get real.
The daily life things that all of us do which require electronic devices are for things like TikTok, reading, online shopping, and many more.
Based on research, teenagers used to spend an average, give or take, 7 hours on their screens. Of course, that would differ from each individual based on what they're into. But to put that in context, that was before the pandemic. So what are your screen times now, guys?
Okay, for me, I personally, let's just take my most productive day. So I have like 2 classes a day, which one class take about 3 hours. So there's a total of 6 hours. And then in between we have lunch break. I'll take like 30 minutes of screen time using my phone, scrolling through my social media. And after that, I have meetings at night, which takes up to 2 hours minimum. So yeah, and then after that, before I sleep, maybe I'll take about half an hour to scroll on my Instagram or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's about like 10 hours, about that.
Well, for me, I think mine is quite similar to Emily's actually, with classes and meetings. But I personally think that I spend more time on my screen because I spend it in the morning, in the afternoon, at night, basically the whole day. And like even like little times when you just turn on your phone to reply a message, it would count as screen time as well. So average on a busy day, I would say my screen time is about 14 to 15 hours a day. So yeah. What about you, Aris?
Mine is, I think, notably higher as compared to the 7-hour average that was, before COVID. If I would say on an average day, so not busy, nothing, no work is flooding in or anything, I would clock maybe 14, 15-ish hours on the computer, or actually any screen around the house. But if it's a proper busy day, if I have a lot of things to do, then it averages more towards 17-ish hours on a screen, or on multiple screens. That's with meetings for assignments, even leisure as well. There's not much to do these days.
That's crazy. It's about like double my screen.
Yeah.
I mean, as we all can tell, look, like we're talking about assignments and online classes. So that is like has been contributing a lot of screen times to us. So like after the pandemic occurred and then classes has been pushed online and students have been spending a lot of time on screen, mainly for classes, and then with an average of 3 hours per class and 2 classes a day. Assignments, right? Like most of them are already online based. So like let's just take video assignments for example. In my own experience, I do video shooting myself and I do editing myself. So let's just take editing process. So I'll take up to 6 hours to edit for one day.
That's crazy, and that's just a few things. There's other things that students have to do at the same time, within the same timeline, like writing essays and articles. In our case, most usually because we're journalism students, right? And the average student, give or take, spends 4 hours to write a 1,200 word essay. Taking all of that into consideration, plus the fact that you're online and there's no physical contact, what really, really suffers and what really has suffered and will continue to do so during this online period is interactions with people. Socializing is getting harder and harder to do because people are, have to rely more and more on screens now and on devices, on computers, phones, etc. But now, and because of the added stress or the added importance on screens, a person who doesn't like screens in the first place is going to hate it even more because they need to be on them all the time now. Whether it's, again, work or leisure or whatever, you can't go anywhere. So it's got to be in your screens.
Yeah, exactly. People have to rely on their electronic devices for phone calls, video calls, and text messages. You can't just physically meet up and not worry about the pandemic.
You see, right? Like normally these days, like childhood has actually been ruined. take a look at the people around you. Everyone is at home. They don't go out to have like physical games like us. Our childhood was like hide and seek, ice and fire. But take a look now. They are all doing online games like Scribble.io, Animal Crossing, or Valorant, or Fortnite, or whatnot. So where is their childhood?
On the note of hanging out, for example, having a meal outside, because of the SOPs set by the government, you can't go out and eat now. If you want to eat something that's that you haven't cooked, you either have to order it, or you have to go to the physical location, but only you have to order and just get takeaway. There's a difference between waiting for your food to arrive from the restaurant and when you're in the restaurant waiting for your food to arrive while you have someone there with you, which you could have quality conversation with, which takes away the social aspect of food.
Yeah, I really miss going out with you guys. Also, side note, always looking at your screens has its effects too. You can get headaches and migraines. You can also get back pain and neck pain due to always looking down at your phones or your computer screen not being eye level, which will also cause you to have bad posture. So another effect that will happen is that you will strain your eyes for staring at your screen too long, especially if your brightness is way up high. So that will cause your eyes to get itchy and you start rubbing it and eventually you'll become tired.
Since you said that, I'm suddenly very aware of both my posture and my eyes blinking. But to conclude, really, I think the point is that we should implement mandatory screen breaks, from personal affairs to class as well. I think that there should be a clear break, between sessions. It's proven that the attention span of the youth is only 10 to 15 minutes of really optimized full focus and attention. Anything beyond that and it starts to drift a little bit. If you can't focus, then what's the point? So I think that we as students would really benefit from having screen breaks implemented every 10-15 minutes in class, implementing it on ourselves in our daily things. If it involves a screen, then every 10-15 minutes, and just to give your eyes a rest. It doesn't have to be for a 10-minute break. Just 2 minutes, 3-4 minutes is fine. You get a drink. Your eyes need rest, and in the long run, it's the only way to maintain your eyes, you could say.
Thank you for watching our video. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel for more youth-based content, and comment down below what you think of today's video.
Check out our other social platforms in the description below. We will see you guys next time. Bye!
Bye!
Bye.